What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on ESPN, I'm going to be talking about the NFL draft. Yes, I know the draft was about a month ago, but I still have a few things I'd like to talk about. So let's look at the sixth pick. So Justin Herbert is a quarterback out of Oregon, and he's the sixth pick overall to the Los Angeles Chargers. So Justin Herbert stands at 6'6", 236 pounds. So he's a big guy, definitely a big guy. He had a great year last year with the Oregon Ducks, led them to being 12-2. So let's take a quick look at Justin Herbert's stats at Oregon. So he passed for 3,471 yards. He threw the ball 428 times, and he completed 286 of those passes. His completion percentage is 68%. He threw 32 touchdowns and had 6 interceptions. So he can definitely fling the rock and do what he needs to do. So let's take a quick look at his pre-draft analysis. I'm going to play this thing here for you guys. Check it out. So pre-draft analysis. Herbert has rare size, a rocket launch for an arm, and can beat pursuit angles with his speed and athleticism. So I might want to take that back. I wouldn't say that Justin Herbert is rare, being 6'6" with 236, because Cam Newton's like 6'6". I think Ben Roethlisberger is like 6'5". And isn't Carson Wentz like 6'6" too, something like that? So I wouldn't say it's rare, but it's definitely notable that he's a monster. So continuing on, he has a smooth and quick stroke for a long levered quarterback. While he has the strongest arm in the class, he has struggled with the consistency of his ball placement on deep throws and needs to continue to refine his touch on underneath throws. Okay, I can understand that. I can see that. So I can't go too deep in Justin Herbert because I didn't watch a lot of Oregon, but from the stuff that I've seen, that could be something that he needs to work on. So continuing on, Herbert is tough inside the pocket and will stare down the barrel, but he has struggled under pressure throughout his career. Okay, well, if that's a situation, if that's a problem, I think definitely his coaches will work with him, and he'll have to work on that, obviously, because when he gets to the next level, if you're struggling with things of that nature, then it's not going to get any better get into the league. So I think they'll coach him up, and the Chargers will get him right. They'll definitely get him right. So let's go down to the post-draft analysis. Actually, no, let's look at some of the games that Justin Herbert had. So some of his best games were he had 5 touchdowns and 4 touchdowns. So against Nevada, he threw 5 touchdowns. Against Montana, he threw 5 touchdowns. That's not top-notch competition, but anytime we throw 5 touchdowns, that's notable. He threw 4 touchdowns against Washington. Against Arizona, he threw 4 touchdowns. So that's pretty strong. He's definitely putting in work there. Again, it's not top-notch competition, but it's notable. And he played against 4 teams that were ranked. Auburn was ranked 16. That's the first game that they lost. They played against Washington, beat them. I think they were 25th. He threw 4 touchdowns against them. Utah was 5th ranked. They beat them. 8th ranked Wisconsin. So, Justin Herbert definitely stepped up when it was time to step it up and do what he had to do. So let's go ahead and read this post-draft analysis real quick. All right, post-draft analysis. The Chargers have to improve an offense that ranked 21st in scoring last year, and Phillip Rivers is a Colt. So, Mr. Phillip Rivers. Okay, let's read up what Phillip Rivers did last year for the Chargers. So, Phillip Rivers threw for 4,615 yards. That's 4th overall for quarterbacks. So, that's pretty good. He threw the rock 591 times. He completed 390 of completion. He completed 390 of those passes. His completion percentage is 66%. He threw 23 touchdowns. That's 15th overall for quarterbacks. And he threw 20 interceptions. And that's 30th for overall. And his QBR was 48.6. That's 22nd overall for quarterbacks. That is absolutely terrible. He threw 23 touchdowns and threw 20 interceptions. So he threw almost as many touchdowns as he did interceptions, or vice versa. That's out of control, man. That's something that will get you on a train out of town real quick, very, very quick. So let's keep going with that. So Tyrod Taylor, 30, has been a starter for three of his 9 seasons in the league, and he never has played in all 16 games of the season. Offensive coordinator Shane Steichen is a former quarterbacks coach who should be able to tailor the attack to get the most out of Herbert. So they have, I guess, new coaches there. It's going to be wide open for Justin Herbert because, Phillip Rivers is gone. I think he's with the Indianapolis Colts right now. I know he's with the Colts right now. So it's going to be pretty much open for Justin Herbert to do what he needs to do. I think he should have enough time. I think Tyrod Taylor could do enough to maintain. So I don't know how they're going to use Justin Herbert. I think he's going to be eased in there. But the Chargers definitely, they got to get somebody in there because Phillip Rivers has really been not the best of quarterbacks for years now. So definitely, I would say, well, some of the weapons that Justin Herbert is going to have when he gets to San Diego or Los Angeles, is his wide receiver Kennan Allen. So Kennan Allen caught the ball 104 times, and he had 1,199 yards. That's sixth overall. Like I said, his reception 104. That's third overall for wide receivers, and he has 6 touchdowns. That's 24th overall for wide receivers. So he does have some type of weapon there to help assist Justin Herbert. And their running back was what, Melvin Gordon? I don't know. I think he had like less than 700 yards rushed last year. So I don't know what the situation is with that. I think he's still talking about contract issues and all that. But for the most part, Kennan Allen's going to be his number one primary weapon. And again, the Chargers went 5-11. So I don't know. This looks like a good pick for the Chargers. They have a nice, good, big quarterback that's solid. He's got a cannon from an arm. All they really need to do is just work on, a little bit of technique, watch a little bit more film. And I think they can coach him up. And Justin Herbert can be a future great quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers. So, I don't know. I guess that sums up Justin Herbert.